So I just wanted to clarify a couple of things from my previous video about the fixed timeline on how the controllers of the world seem to be hell bent in creating a film reel timeline that you cannot deviate from. And the timeline consists of elements that are biblical in nature, also ancient Egyptian, and also a lot of themes relating to astrology and astronomy and the cycles of the planets. In this play, they want to bring about their singularities, and in addition to the singularities, they want to harvest souls. And by they, I mean a myriad of beings, from the locusts to the other aliens to those aliens to this and that. They're gonna try to bring certain humans onto their side. This includes the demons of hell. This includes the Greys and the Mantis and the other strange beings that reside beneath the earth and also surround the earth. And by harvest, I mean they're going to try to get you to join their side. They're going to try to coerce and convince you to become one of them. They might just kidnap you, in fact, which I discussed about the nature of the rapture. They're just going to kidnap a bunch of people and harvest their DNA and such. Anyway, I don't know. Whatever. It's not what I wanted to talk about today. I wanted to talk about this very strange phone at work. The site phone that we use here at my relatively mellow job. And the previous phone several weeks back, I broke. I smashed it against a bunch of rocks on accident. It really pissed off my boss. So he sends in another one, brand new out of the box, just bought. It was not a previous phone used at other sites. She literally brought it here out of the box. As soon as she turned it on, the phone started working. Immediately, this phone had Google and YouTube features that you could access. The prior one did not. So I use this for when I do my rounds, listen to podcasts and things like that. Immediately out of the box, the phone contained all my search history going back several days or even weeks on both Google and on YouTube. I did not sync the phones. The Bluetooth was not on. My personal phone was not even near this phone at the time. And I'm telling you, this is immediately out of the box. It had all of my personal phone's information on that phone. There it is right there. Anyway, I'm not trying to claim that this is a paranormal thing necessarily. But if somebody's in the know, maybe it's some kind of issue with how it was constructed or it's functioning improperly, but perhaps, and it's downloading data somehow. If somebody's in the know about how phones operate, smartphones, then I would love to hear from you and just put that in the comments. Now, that's not the only incident. It just does strange things. It has really weird glitches. Like it would turn on videos on its own. It would call people on its own. It would have the message board pop up on its own. And today it was acting so oddly that my coworkers here said that it was making noises in the locker. It was making noises in the locker that sounded like like a screaming, boiling coffee maker. And so they were actually distraught by this. So they called my boss, who went to check out the phone, and when they opened it, it was just completely going haywire, glitching, turning one app on, turning another app off. It was calling people. It was doing this and that, like all simultaneously. So I pretty much said to my coworkers and my boss, this phone is demon possessed, um, because I've had technical issues with phones before. I've had a number of them, but I've never seen anything quite like this. So, in case you guys thought it was the owls, and it's the numbers, and it's the dreams, and it's the paranormal experiences, doesn't stop there. It continues. It continues. Uh, oh, on top of that, I see the numbers much more often on this phone than I do my personal phone. I see 113, 911, 666 far more often on this phone than on my own personal phone, whether I'm at a site, whether I'm on YouTube, or whatever it may be. And I was following a very strange license plate today that I tried to get a picture of. It was 923911Z, the letter Z at the end. And I almost followed it right to work, like we were going at the same direction. And I attempted several times to take a picture, but the guy kept looking at the rearview mirror, so I'm like, just wasn't comfortable with that. And, that was interesting to have that combination of 923 and 911 together. Not sure if I've seen that before actually, because they're always separate. I've seen 923 multiple times today, as well as 666. Anyway, guys, not necessarily paranormal matter here. I'm not claiming anything, but I just wanted to tell you about the odd phone, that's all.